Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of this replay between PainUser and iNcontrol here on Metalopolis. Gonna go ahead and get this game started. SCVs now being transferred over as well. Army-wise, PainUser has a much stronger army. It's just that iNcontrol has a stronger economic advantage at this stage. We do have Marines here to try to protect. Very, very nice defensive posture for PainUser. One SCV not currently doing anything, but really just not really using these Marines, just trying to go for a heavy mech strategy. Now, Marines just getting destroyed here as there's now one Banshee moving out. That Banshee sitting at 30 over 140 food, and I do not see the cloak tech being researched. So with no cloak tech being researched, that Banshee will not be able to do all that much. Stalkers now just continuing to trying to get some side, trying to control the map as we have iNcontrol taking his third base. So iNcontrol's a very, very aggressive expander here on Metalopolis, especially on this cross spawn location. Back over here, robotics facility still producing more immortals. No robotic support bay yet, but there hasn't been enough infantry coming in to really warrant that. Down goes one observer, and now gonna go ahead and take down iNcontrol's proxy pylon here. So proxy pylon quickly gonna get taken down, and iNcontrol also setting up, PainUser also setting up a third base of his own. The income or harvester count sitting at 37 to 67. PainUser is not. It looks as though, yeah. Orbital commands now finally being called in. PainUser should be able to get a nice influx of minerals in just a moment, but will it be enough to handle this very large Stalker Zealot army? Zealots in fact have charge. Stalkers probably getting blink, or should be getting blink sometime soon, as there's a large number of Stalkers coming in on this fight. So Zealots, Immortals, Stalkers with Sentry support trying to move out here, but really PainUser gonna have a very defensive posturing as well, getting siege tanks over here on this ledge. Army just very large, as PainUser can see this large Zealot, Stalker, Immortal army coming into position. A scanner sweep most likely going to reveal this in just a little bit. More Immortals being produced, siege tanks and Hellions. I do not see the Infernal Pre-Igniter. Oh, Infernal Pre-Igniter has already been researched, as these siege tanks are going to start blasting away here. So this is a very good position for PainUser, getting a couple quick shots against these Stalkers and these Zealots. Now the shield should be able to regenerate fairly easily, but what is going to really matter here is whether or not PainUser will be able to move up and deal with this attack very, very early. In comes this observer, and now Stalkers coming in, Zealots coming in, down they go. Nice Guardian shield, more siege tanks coming in, and now in come these Banshees. Banshees do not have cloak research, and now nice defense drones. So two defense drones in the air. iNcontrol going to be in a lot of trouble trying to fight against this whole entire army here. Zealots coming in around from the backside as well, and wow, just both sides taking heavy casualties. That defense drone, both of them are now out of energy, but still it looks as though PainUser in a very, very strong position to set up his third expansion. As long as he can get a strong economy, he's going to be staying in this. But iNcontrol coming back and expanding at the same time. So this is really going to be very difficult for PainUser to try to combat the 4 bases of iNcontrol. Forge now getting the level 1 weapon upgrade, and both sides taking heavy casualties, and PainUser, because he was a little bit more fortified, was able to hold on a little bit longer. And now taking a look at the production tab, we should see a fair amount of SCVs, Protoss shields, wow, 3 forges, doing all this research. So he's going to have 1 unit very, very soon. Defense drone regenerating the rest of those, the rest of his energy. And one of the things I would like to ask Blizzard is, I would like this timer to be able to see how much longer that point defense drone is going to be in the air, because I really don't, with extended materials, it is fairly difficult to try to figure that out. Blizzard, if you're watching, please listen. For us shoutcasters and commentators, just very, very good things to note. iNcontrol now with a couple of Immortals, 4 Immortals, almost a half a dozen Stalkers and some Zealots as well. So units now moving out, a bunker in position as well, but that bunker is just going to be torn apart by those Immortals. The Immortals doing 50 damage, going to deal 55 damage in just a moment once that Protoss level 1 ground weapons upgrade complete. also iNcontrol taking that center expansion as well, and also getting High Templars. High Templars with Psystorm. We do have Ghost with EMP, and now Terran Vehicle level 1 weapons upgrade, and some extra siege tanks. So, well, iNcontrol having a very easy time. Oh, very nice EMP shockwave. Those Immortals really need to back out. Not going to be in the best position to try to fight against this whole entire attack, and now taking a lot of damage, and now just getting a lot of splash in there. One of those Immortals is down to, one of those Stalkers very, very low on hit points, and now in comes some High Templars. No additional EMP shockwave from this Ghost. Ghost sitting at 53, and there's no medics, so those Ghosts are very, very expensive gas-heavy units to not have a medic to support. So with no medevac, no medevacs, PainUser does have the reactor on that starport, so should be able to create a lot. Also sitting on a lot of gas as well, so should be able to really macro up a very, very strong mech army. As long as, but iNcontrol, just controlling half of this map. Really, PainUser running off of 3 bases, while iNcontrol is running off of essentially 1 depleted base with all of his tech buildings and 4 other locations as well. How many gateways does iNcontrol have? Wow, iNcontrol having nearly a dozen gateways will be able to produce a lot of units fairly quickly. You can see look at the army tab. iNcontrol seeing 185 army versus PainUser's 152. iNcontrol is being revealed by these sensor towers though, so PainUser quickly getting in position. These shock cannons dealing 65 damage in attack, really effective against these zealots, as it takes 3 attacks from the siege tank as opposed to 4. This is before the nerf, and now that Viking now moving out, and those Stalkers will be able to get a couple of quick taken. The siege tanks able to blast out that damage, takes down 1 Stalker, and able to deal some more damage, but really not nearly that much. Do we have the secret defense, or the seeker missile is not being researched? No tech lab on a starport to research it at this time. No weapons upgrade, and wow, I guess there was a pause in the game here. So now, finally, iNcontrol getting an extra pylon here. PainUser doesn't realize how bad of a situation he's really in. Siege tanks, EMP shockwave most likely needs to come in sometime soon. There it goes. There's 1 EMP. Another EMP needs to come in before all that Psystorm hits. There it goes. In comes that Psystorm. Vikings coming in around. Banshees in the air. Massive Mortals trying to push on in, but this is just 2 of a fortified position. And iNcontrol trying to use brute strength to push in on all of these siege tanks is having a very difficult time. PainUser may be able to just push on out and finish the rest of this game. Stay tuned for part 3 and the conclusion of this replay. I don't want to be forced to pause a game in the middle of a very, very large battle. So yeah, stay tuned for part 3 of this game between PainUser and iNcontrol here on Metalopolis.